It's been a while since we've done a transfer rumour roundup show, so let's do one today. It's Saturday, let's have a little bit of laid back, light-hearted fun, on the assumption you don't believe every transfer rumour, because if you do, you're going to get wound up that we've not signed anyone yet. But if you take it with a pinch of salt, discuss it hypothetically, it can sometimes be fun. I enjoy it, but not only that, today we're going to go into Dreamland. Well, I am too. Not going to happen signings, but would love to happen signings, hence why it's called Dreamland. I'm going to talk about a couple of them. But before we do that, I just want to say a massive thank you. Yesterday, I gave Patreon a big plug. I don't do it very often. It's been a while since I gave it such a big plug like that. I feel a bit naughty when I promote Patreon. Don't know why, I just do. Like, it's a bit inconvenient. But I gave it a plug. Thank you to you guys who did go and sign up. Some of you signed up and paid with your hard earned, and some of you signed up as a trialist to give it a go. Regardless of which, I appreciate it a lot. Every time someone signs up, we get an email notification. So those who signed up yesterday and today gave us that notification, and it gave myself and Gonzo a bit of a morale boost. We recorded Mug of Tea for the Mild Addicts and Addicts earlier, and it's perked us up a little bit, giving us that little bit of boost. It says, you're doing all right. Keep going. Thank you for the content. So a big thank you for the support. Right then, we'll start with the Dreamland stuff. Well, half and half. Express employees again linked us to Liverpool's Tyler Morton, not the Dreamland, and Harvey Elliot, Dreamland. And it is Dreamland-ish, but I still think there's a chance. Call me deluded. It's okay. I can take it. Maybe I am being deluded. I think there's a chance we could sign Harvey Elliot if we wanted to. I'm not convinced we're in for him. And the price figure of 40 million plus a buyback clause, or 50 million without one, I think those price tags are more than fair. Now, before I talk about it, I need to get rid of these. That's just a bit of a joke. I've got a second name badge today. Also a joke. Joke. For those unaware of jokes, it's nothing serious. He did a ranty post on Facebook, and I get on well with Canning Town Line. It's just Saturday, sun's gone to my head. Thought we could have a laugh. Anyway, name badge is going in the bin. I don't reuse it. Bad for global warming. Sue me. It goes in the recycling bin though. Anyway, right, Harvey Elliott. Why I think it's potential. Well, the club were very quick to use other transfer deals as a barometer for pitching Kudus at 54.5 million, right? So, look at Langa, similar price. Look at Mbomo, who hasn't moved yet, 62. Oh, well, forget that. Let's pretend he's 55 million. Cunha, 60. Oh, no, forget that. Let's pretend he was 55 million as well. But my point is, the club were very quick to point to similar players moving for similar transfer fees. Fair enough. Well, let's do it with Harvey Elliott, right? Is Harvey Elliott compatible to Elanga and Kudus? Different types of players, sure. But Cunha is a different type of player to Mbomo, right? So you get my point. Well, 40 million, I think, bargain in comparison to the 55 million types of players. I think he's a top talent. He's somebody that would just walk straight into our starting 11, make a huge difference. And he's not moved yet. We know he will be leaving Liverpool. There's some players we're linked to. I'm not convinced will leave their club. Elliot will. I'm still living in Dreamland a little bit. I'm going to get even more deluded here. Nicolas Jackson of Chelsea. Now, they've obviously signed Pedro, they signed Delap, and there's rumours now in the last couple of days that he could be allowed to leave. Let me pitch this. Nicolas Jackson on loan. So we have a cash flow problem. We have a bit of restrictions when it comes to spending our dough. We've got 54.5 million of it now, still not spent any of it. We're going to need to be a little bit clever in this window. I'm still hopeful we're going to bring in some good players. But I still think one or two signings that are on the clever side of things wouldn't go amiss. And I still think the loan market is huge for us. Arguably, Elliot, and this is kicking the can down the road, Elliot on loan with an obligation to buy 45 million next summer. Jackson on loan with an option to buy next summer. And it's kicking the can down the road, but what you're getting in is two top players for this season, and you're buying time. You're getting yourself a little bit of breathing space. Use the limited funds elsewhere in the squad this summer. So Jackson on loan, and I think it would be appealing to Chelsea, because at the minute you could make a really strong argument he's now third choice striker at Chelsea just like that because of those two rocking up. Delap was clearly a striker purchase, but Pedro, he said himself he fancied himself at number 9. He started ahead of Jackson at the Club World Cup, scored 2 fantastic goals. Even though it's just one game, I think that's maybe enough to knock Jackson down the peg, given his red card at the World Cup as well. Is he available? Well, apparently so. Obviously, they'd like to sell him, but here's the thing. Chelsea apparently have a price tag closer to 100 million on Jackson. He's not worth that. No one's ever going to pay that. And I think Chelsea know this. So what would be the price tag for Jackson? I think he's probably in the similar £60 million bracket as the rest of them. I think that's where he would be pitched. But if he was to come to West Ham, if he was to come to us, be the main man, have a good season, I think you might find clubs are willing to pay that next summer. Now, I appreciate now everyone's a fan of Jackson. I'm willing to die on the Jackson hill. I like him. Is he the perfect striker? No. But that's kind of why I want to buy him. I quite like the idea of bringing him in and making him a better player. Getting rid of his off-the-ball, say, antics. It's not even that. It's just stupidity. Getting rid of that side of him. And if you can improve his decision-making and finishing, I think his runs are fantastic. I think he's quick. I think his position is really good. I think he just needs to just tweak it a little bit, and I think he would be a top striker. I don't think he's there yet, but he's still young, 23 years of age, 30 goals and assists in the last couple of seasons. I don't think you can ignore that. Elliot and Jackson to West Ham on loan. That's my dreamland. Right, let's go from that into the world of what the transfer rumours are saying. The big one today is obviously Douglas Luiz from Juventus, 10 million loan fee euros, and then buying him for 25 million euros next summer. Talented player. Aston Villa's Douglas Luiz, big yes. Just turned 27, so I've got no issues with his age. This isn't a guy that's, finished or seen the best years of his career. But I feel like we're into James Ward-Prowse territory, which is buying a player when he's the most expensive. And therefore, in 3 years' time, you've got him when he's 30, still got a couple of years to go in his contract. You want him to offload him, you can't. No one's willing to take him on. You may end up in that territory, which would make me a little bit nervous. Now, I don't know how he's got on at Juventus. I'd be lying if I said I've seen him play. I've seen him play 45, I don't think I've seen him play last season in Serie A or European football. I've seen him play 45 minutes. That's because he played at the Club World Cup for one half of football. But again, he will be available. It's quite well reported he's looking to get out of there because it's not been a great season. Went there, 2 injuries, decent sized ones, but not massive ones. He misses 5 games at a time, so it's worth noting, but maybe not off-putting. Talented player. Is he better than what we've currently got? Yes, I think so. But apparently he's on 160 grand a week at Juve. That's going to be a problem for us. And you have to buy his misses at the same time as well, because that was a strange transfer, weren't it? When Juve bought him, basically bought his girlfriend and Alicia Lehman, then bought him. Strange, a couple transfer. I bet you that's a thing in football in 10 years' time where, male and female are playing for the same club and you want to buy one of them, you're probably going to have to buy the other one as well so they can up sticks and move. Couple transfer. Hopefully not. So Douglas Luiz to West Ham. I'm not against it. I'm just a bit... Feels a bit of that, doesn't it? It feels expensive. So what's his cost? £33 million or something all in once everything's met, plus his wages. I'd rather pay the extra 7 and get Harvey Elliot. Maybe I'm just a bit too biased and deluded. But anyway, that's the big transfer rumour. Guilherme's been linked to Botafogo quite a lot. So much so they're willing to offer him first team football. Apparently we've rejected a bid. They're now inquiring about potentially getting him on loan. They've got a bit of money now, Botafogo. Not as much as Chelsea, but they did all right at the Club World Cup. And as a result of that, they've got a few million. Now, it may not be the tens of millions that the likes of PSG and Chelsea are scooping. And actually, the clubs that made it a bit further, but not as a bit further than Botafogo, earn a lot more of those. Juve went out early, probably earned more money than Botafogo because it was structured by club prestige almost. So Auckland, bless them, would have only got a few million. It's a lot of money for them though. It's all relevant, isn't it? So they've got a bit of cash now, Botafogo. So they're not, previously you would dismiss it, but they've played the Club World Cup, they've sold Jair Cunha to Nottingham Forest as well as Igor Jesus, who looks a damn good player by the way. They've got a bit of that. Personally, no, keep him. I'm looking forward to seeing Guilherme next season. I am. I liked what I've seen in spells. Would have liked to have seen him more. At this point, I don't know if he's going to be a good player or not. I don't know if he's going to make it in the Premier League or not. But I want to find out. I don't want to cut our losses and send him back and it's a what if. I would like to give him another season, because if we're going to have a smaller squad, that means someone benefits. And the players that benefit are Guilherme, Earthy, Potts, Scarles. They're the ones in particular that possibly Casey and Orford and Marshall as well. But the ones I've mentioned, they're the ones that will get more game time because there's just less players in the way. Keep Guilherme is what I'm saying. Rodriguez, I've said it right. Guido Rodriguez has been linked to a couple of Mexican clubs. One report suggested that we received a €2 million offer for him. This has been denied by ex-West Ham employee. Chip's pissed on immediately because the top source, guess who that is, says, no, we've not received a bid yet. I've got a confession. I'm all right with keeping him. If a bid comes in for a couple of million and we sell him, I'm not going to cry about it. I'm not going to say, oh, no, that's a mistake. I won't be bothered, right? But I'm not that bothered about selling him. I thought he looked all right under Potter. Granted, it was at the end of the season for a couple of games. I thought he looked good. I think the way we play under Potter, under Lopetegui, I thought he got exposed with his lack of pace. Because the way we played, we were just so open and out of possession. We were terrible. But under Potter, I think we're a bit more structured and organised, and therefore his lack of pace doesn't really get exposed. And when he did play, Old Trafford in particular, whenever we lost the ball, he was close to he wasn't in the middle of the pitch, so that there was 20 yards in front of him and behind him and no one around him, so you could just run past him. That wasn't happening. I'm okay with keeping him. He's only got a year left on his contract, so keep him, and at the end of the season, he'd likely leave, get a player on a free transfer, he leaves on a free. I'm all right with that. Like I said, if we cash in, there. But if the transfer window shuts and he's still here, I'm okay. Same with Andy Irving, I'm okay. I have a much greater desire to see James Ward-Prowse leave this summer than any other centre midfielder at West Ham. And if we do offload, say, Irving and Rodriguez, I know what's going to happen. Well, we can't let Ward-Prowse go because those have gone. I know that's going to happen. Someone that won't be coming to is Jashiri. Romano said we made a phone call, he doesn't want to come. My opinion, this is no news. We heard this exact story weeks ago. I don't think it's anything new. It's open to interpretation. Gonzo thinks it's something new, that we've got the money and tried to sign him. And he said, no, I'm off to AC Milan. I don't believe that. I believe that this was maybe something that happened a few weeks ago, because it's convenient that we got told a couple of weeks ago he doesn't want to come to us, he wants to go to AC Milan. That story's not changed. It's just come out by Romano, which makes it think it happened this week. And it might have done. Maybe we've gone back for him. He said, no, I've already told you, I'm going to AC Milan, go away. So this is not new news to me. Therefore, I'm a bit, I'm not that bothered, unimpacted. However, the one to keep an eye on is Morton Friendrop. Remember him, the Genoa midfielder? We got linked to him, I was going to say early on in the window. I think it was even before the window opened. It's between the season finishing and the window opening. I think we got linked to him then. And it was quite strong links in Italy. Anyway, the rumours are now that there's 3 clubs in for him. Roma, a club I can't remember, and an unnamed Premier League club. That club likes to do a bit of business. Unnamed Premier League club. They're always in for players. It does make you wonder, is it us? Because we have been linked to him. By the sounds of it, he's a really good central midfielder. His data looks very impressive. We've now got money to spend, so this is where I think there will be some moves that we hadn't made that we are now making because we've got money. This could be one of them. I don't know. I'm putting two together here. It might be 4, might be 10. I don't know. But it's one to keep an eye on because he's definitely on the move. All the sources in Italy say that he's leaving this summer. He's going somewhere. It's just a case of where. In regards to Doof, we're still waiting. I was hoping we would have had a bid accepted by now. Maybe we have done. We've just not heard about it. Would be unlikely. That guy's been singing like a canary, the Slavia Prague chairman. So if we had bid 20, you think he'd be shouting about it. And lastly, Charlie Cresswell is expected to be leaving Toulouse. Someone else we've been linked to. Still not buying it. Still don't believe that rumour. I feel like it's too convenient. We weren't linked to Cresswell. Has a good summer tournament with England, and then we get linked to him. Not buying that one. I don't think you look at a player and don't want him, and then he has a good tournament at the Euros and go, oh, we're going to buy him now. And I hope you don't. That's a dangerous thing to do. Go scout them and watch them. The ones that you're already looking at thinking, oh, we're going to buy this guy. Go watch them more, certainly. But the transfer rumour was too... The timing of it just stunk of, oh, that guy's had a good tournament. West Ham, I just link West Ham to him. And no, we're not the only club. There's other Premier League clubs linked to him as well. So I'm just not believing the Cresswell one at all. I hope it's true. Would be a big fan of signing Cresswell. Like I said, one good season, price doubles. We signed him for 14 million, good season. He's worth 25 plus million next season easily. Gets into the England squad in future, he's worth treble what you paid. So he'd be a sign I could get behind. I just don't believe it. Anyway, there you go. That's your transfer rumours for Saturday. Hope you all have a fantastic weekend, whatever you're up to. Don't know what I'm off to do. And then tomorrow night we've got the Club World Cup final, which I'm looking forward to. And hopefully PSG give Chelsea a right seeing to. That would be enjoyable. And I might get the barbecue out tomorrow night. Not in the mood for it tonight. Can't be arsed. But tomorrow, barbecue, then watch the football. Sounds good. But I'll be live tomorrow afternoon on this channel for the catch-up. Not sure what time yet, but it'll be around about the afternoon when it's too hot to be outside. We'll be inside having a chinwag about West Ham. I enjoy it, so hopefully you can come and join me. Right, I'm going to shop and disappear. Put that with my name tags. Drop a like on the video if you enjoyed it. Sky and Hammers chat. Catch you tomorrow.